Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum, kids. Alright, so today this is my first video lecture for professional media practices. Okay, COM 3310. So today we're going to be talking about the chapter on Web 3.0. Okay, so we've already discussed a couple of topics already, and we already finished Web 2.0 in before we had to go into the MCO. All right, so I hope you have not forgotten what we have studied. Okay, it was not, were easy topics. Okay, by now you should be able to already understand the development of the media industries and the impact of the internet on the media industries. Okay, so you should also be able to differentiate between Web 1.0 and Web 2.0. Okay, the most important thing you must understand is that Web 2.0 is about the social media. Okay, it changed the internet from being read-only into something that is interactable. Understand? Okay, so Web 2.0, like we always mention, the most important thing also you must understand, it changed the internet from being a typical traditional media into what we call as a platform. All right. So today we're going to go into a new topic, and we're going to talk about Web 3.0. So the term Web 3.0 probably is not as popular, okay, as the, what we call it, Web 2.0. All right, never mind lah. So this is the best. Hi. Okay, so if you miss me, I'm down here. All right. Okay, so we're going to talk about Web 3.0. So what is Web 3.0? Okay, the advent of Web 2.0, okay, allowed users to go beyond the passive consumption of web content. We've already discussed this, right? Web 1.0 was really boring. You can only go to the website and read its content, just like your newspaper or magazine or books. Okay? But with Web 2.0, when they discovered that the internet is not like your traditional media, okay, that it is actually a platform, it enables people to participate fully in the actual generation of content and on any number of new media. So the word is what? UGC. User-generated content. Okay, so because now the content producers are not only the media companies, but also every single individuals who are using the internet. So that's why you see an expansion of content, and that is why the World Wide Web, the internet, grew exponentially, and that is when we started to become very dependent on the internet. Okay, but you know the internet, okay, the web, it continually evolves. Okay, it doesn't stay static. All right, it changes through time, okay, through the changes of people, okay, the world, right? So the internet that you are using today is definitely different from the internet yesterday, and very much different from the internet years back. Okay, so we have moved from Web 2.0 to Web 3.0, and actually most people consider Web 3.0 is already also over, that we are already in Web 4.0. Okay, but I'm not going to cover Web 4.0 yet. Okay, belum khatam. So we go to Web 3.0 first. Some people call Web 3.0 the semantic web or the intelligent web. Okay, and now we talk about the smart web. You notice now every device is smart, right? Smartphone, smart TV, smart what else? Smart fridge, smart homes. Everything is smart. All right, except for the humans, right? Humans becoming less smart because they're becoming more dependent on things, okay? So what is this Web 3.0? The semantic web provides a common framework that allows data to be shared and reused across application, enterprise, and community boundaries. Okay, so what you will see in this topic, okay, is the evolution, okay, of the internet. From Web 1.0, you see a very not so intelligent web. It is a static web, okay, a readable web, okay, and then it moved into a social web where everybody can connect and everybody can interact and everybody can participate. So you have the what we call it, static web, and then you have the social web, and now you have the smart, semantic, or intelligent web. Okay, so the web itself has grown, okay, from allowing us to socialize, okay, to becoming some invention, okay, an internet that is smart and can think for itself. Okay, So we can see here the evolution of the web. All right, so let's look at this diagram. So you see web 1.0, web 2.0, and web 3.0. Okay, so where are you in your life? Okay, are you in your level 1.0, 2.0, 3.0? I'm in level going to be 4.0, and I don't like it. Okay, all right, so web 1.0. Okay, so it started, of course, we have learned about the history of the internet. It was established long time ago, all right, in the 60s. But when we talk about the World Wide Web, when it was really started to be used by the everyday people or the public, it was really in the 90s. Okay? So in the 90s, early 90s, they started to introduce the World Wide Web. Okay, it's really called the World Wide Web because if you remember the history, this is when people were actually able to go into the internet or able to use the search engine. All right. Okay. So it moves, all right, and as it develops towards Web 2.0, okay, they started to realize the potential of the internet. We've discussed this, okay, and it has grown to be a social web, okay. So you can see here the initial state of the online world. Web 1.0 was characterized primarily by the electronic publishing of information through the internet. That means, like I said, the traditional way of sending information. You have a company or a person sending the information. So the audiences can only consume, can only read. Okay? But when the technology became more developed, okay, they entered Web 2.0 or labeled as the second generation of the internet. Okay, Web 2.0 was a concept centered on enhancing collaboration and interconnectivity through the web. This is the word, right? Collaboration and interconnectivity. So this is where they started to develop Wikipedia, Google Maps, Facebook, all right? What else? Everything that you are using currently, where it is social, okay? And we've already discussed also, okay, the what we call it, the technicalities behind all of these websites, all right? We talk about Wikipedia, for example. How is it we can have a website? Okay, that is also an encyclopedia that has been able to gather information from all over the world about almost everything, right? Because we talked about how the internet here, the social media has become a platform that everybody provides the content. Just like we've discussed about Google Maps. How was it that Google can map out, okay, the whole world, right? It's not that they did it by themselves. It's because they relied on the power of the social networks, social media, social interaction. Okay. So now we're going to discuss about Web 3.0. So by the year around 2009, 2008, okay, the internet has ventured into its third generation. That means it has matured. Okay, so it used to be in its teenage years here, and now it has matured to become more, what we call it, sophisticated. So what is Web 3.0? Okay, it is often referred to as the semantic web. You know what semantic? Semantic is up here thinking, all right? Or some people call it the intelligent web, all right? And it has given rise to smart technology. So some people call it smart web. So it has to do a lot with thinking and cognitive. That means the machine itself, internet itself is thinking, all right? But generally it eludes the connection of virtual representatives of real people. The Web 3.0 transition timeline is likely to fall between 2010 and 2020. So we're at the end of Web 3.0. As you can see and you are experiencing, people say that we are already Web 4.0. Okay, but for this class we'll be only cover until Web 3.0. So what is semantic web? To understand semantic web, to know what it is, there are 4 key elements that you need to know. Okay, first, okay, the semantic web is actually also the social web. Okay, the social web allows it to become an intelligent web. An intelligent web also composed of the Internet of Things that allows for artificial intelligence. Now, what does this mean? I'm sure these terms are quite familiar. You've probably heard about it somewhere. Okay, so all of these elements are connected to create what we have today, which is the semantic web or Web 3.0. So what is the social web? Okay, the social web is Web 2.0. Okay, the social web is a set of social relations that link people through the World Wide Web. The social web encompasses how websites and softwares are designed and developed in order to support and foster social interaction. Okay, remember we say this Web 2.0, Web 3.0, it's an evolution. You know what's an evolution? It's a continuous change. It's a dynamic development. Okay, like you've been developing, right? Okay, from primary school to secondary school to college, all right? You haven't totally 100% changed, but you have developed. Okay, you're probably smarter now, wiser now. Okay, the same thing with the internet, all right? We talked about how Web 2.0 was the social web. Okay, and to become a smart web or Web 3.0 at the moment, it must also develop from where it came from, which is the social web. Okay, what is the significance of the social web? We've discussed this when we discussed Web 2.0. Okay, number one, it allowed for connectivity and then collaboration. People were working and talking and connecting with one another. And out of that, they were developing and sharing information. And as you can see, this is how the internet become bigger and bigger and bigger, all right? We've given the example like YouTube, all right? When we talk about the content of YouTube, it's too enormous, okay? We cannot finish watching all the videos on YouTube. Why? Because the YouTube itself is a platform based on the social web. That people on YouTube were sharing, okay, were recommending, okay? So this is what we mean by, okay, social web. And for the internet, okay, to become intelligent or smart, it must have all of this information, all right? So the social web, okay, really talks about the social media and the collaborative works, for example, crowdsourcing. Okay, it enables people to participate with the internet. Okay, and you can see how this has relate to our real life, that even our life is changing because we are now very dependent on our social media, social web. Okay, for example, okay, every aspects of our life, okay, is dependent in one of these application. Okay, so when we want to find job, for example, we go to LinkedIn. Okay, when we want to find connection, we go to Facebook. All right, we have questions or search, we go here. So all of these things, okay, they grow because they got information from the users, and at the same time the users are connecting with one another through all these different platforms. Okay, so the social web has made our life much easier, okay, more entertaining, okay, and at the same time, okay, we have also contributed to the expansion of the web. Okay, so this is the social web. It means that everything that we do is connected to a particular application or to someone else. Okay, we are now very connected. We are social beings. Okay. So the second, okay, component is the semantic web. Okay, don't be confused, all right? When we talk about Web 3.0 as the semantic web, okay, when I also say that semantic web is one of the key elements, okay, the term semantic here is saying that the web, the internet is thinking, all right? So to become the semantic web, it must be social, okay, it must be able to relate with one another, and it also must be able to think for itself, okay? So the semantic web is an extension of the World Wide Web, okay? The goal of the semantic web is to make internet data machine readable. This is the term that you must understand. It must make the internet data machine readable. Whatever information that goes through the internet, the machine, the computer, okay, the systems can read. So these technologies are used to formally represent metadata. For example, ontology can describe concepts, relationships between entities, and categories of things. These embedded semantics offer significant advantages such as reasoning over data and operating with heterogeneous data sources. Okay, what does this mean? Okay, it sounds very technical, okay, very smart. But what it actually means is that now that the internet is social, what developers want to do now is to make sure that the internet can think for itself. Okay, that now we have given the internet information, the internet must be able to process the information. Okay. So the semantic web is therefore regarded as an integrator across different content and information applications and systems. Okay, now remember I showed you the image just now, okay? Where is it? This is the social web, right? Where everything is connected, okay? Because we give all this information. Now when we enter the semantic web, we want to make sure that all this information can be processed by all of these applications on their own, okay? For example, all right, we have already put all of our data to Facebook, okay, to Twitter, okay, we've already registered via Google. Now, all of these, platforms have our information. Now, what can the internet do with that information? During the time of the social web, they only gather the information and share so that other people can use it. But now as we enter the semantic web, the information can be processed by the platform itself and they can share with one another, right? So the term was coined by Tim Berners-Lee. You remember Sir Berners-Lee, he is such an intelligent person, right? Very smart, okay? Not only he thought about the World Wide Web, created the World Wide Web, okay? He thought further, okay? And think about, okay, the web must develop and it has to be more than just a World Wide Web, okay? It has to become a semantic web because it says that now we have all this information that must be processed and the machine can process it. Okay, so the meaning is machine readable. What do we mean that the meaning is machine readable? Okay, now I have a Facebook account, right? So in my Facebook account, I share my photos, I share my, what do I share? Share videos, share status, okay? And then I have a list of friends. Okay, so when it was Web 2.0 or social media, it's just that. It's just for me to socialize, share information, and other people can access my information. But with the semantic web, okay, Facebook can do more with my information. Okay, it can think for itself. It can read. For example, throughout all my videos and photos, Facebook can create a database. And Facebook can think, okay, what should we do with all these photos of Shafizan? All right, so what can they do? That's why sometimes they give you, for example, a collage of images, right? And then they send you birthday reminders and they offer you Friendsavory. Friendsavory, is it? Friendsavory, where they make anniversary celebrations between you and someone else on Facebook. Okay? So what are those? Those are simple examples of semantic web. That means Facebook is thinking. All right, Facebook is saying, kesian lah this Shafizan, all right, very lonely. She's on Facebook for 10 years. Nobody ever, for example, message her or something. Okay, let's make Friendsavory. So we have to force connect her with someone else on her friends list. Can you understand? All right. Or Facebook will offer you birthday reminders, event reminders, okay, without you even asking for it. So that is an example of a semantic web. Can you follow? So you can see this example in Google's knowledge graph and Facebook's social graph. You know what's Google's knowledge graph? You've seen this before, right? That every time you search on Google, okay, you have this little box. Most of the time, right? If you're searching for something that's prominent, okay, you will find this little box of all of the information available about that particular thing that you searched for. For example, okay, WWE. What is WWE? The worldwide, I don't know. Is it the boxing thing? Okay. So what is this knowledge graph, all right? When you search for the particular content, okay, of course, you will find the search results, okay, the list of search results. But what Google has done, okay, it's so smart, it has collect or captured all this data on WWE and provide you with the knowledge graph here, okay? That means, okay, Google is thinking for you. You don't have to go search one by one. Okay, you want to know about WWE, Google will provide everything they know for you because Google can think, Google can process the data. Can you follow? All right. So Google has provided everything you need here that most of the time you no longer have to go search on your own. Okay, because Google is smart, Google is intelligent, Google is semantic. Google is thinking for you, just like Facebook. If you've seen the social graph, all right? You want to know about people's connection, right? So this is how Facebook were able to find you, for example, your long lost friends, okay, your friend Severie, okay, whose birthday is next, because they have gathered all this information. Because it started as social web, right? So these people are connecting to one another and then they all share information. And now what Google or Facebook is doing, they are thinking. The machine itself is able to read and understand the connection between these people. Okay, can follow so far? Okay, another simple example I can give you is online advertising, right? Okay, semantic web. When you search for a particular dress or things, okay, where do you go to? Okay, maybe you go to Fashion Valley, okay, all right, or you rich kids go to Fashion Valley. Okay, I go to Shopee. Okay, and then when we search, okay, a particular something, and then you find, oh, what a beautiful dress. You click on it once, and then you never free again. Okay, because everywhere you go, when you go to Facebook, you'll see that dress. It pops up. Okay, you go to whatever other websites on the sidebar where it's for advertisement, you'll see the particular dress. Okay, it's as if the dress is destined for you. Okay, Allah say this is takdir, you have to buy that dress. Okay, it's not really takdir, it's really semantic web. Okay, why is it semantic web? Because the data, the machine, okay, the websites have all collected this information, right? They say, oh, okay, Najwa, okay, who else is in this class, all right? Ideal, okay, have been looking at these photos, okay, and we can detect that they like this particular thing, this particular dress. So why not, push this dress, this particular product to them? Okay, so they will connect with one another. Okay, Fashion Valley will send information to Facebook, Facebook will send information to all your other friends as well, and they who have the same taste like you will also be seeing the same dress. Can you understand? Because now through all the information that you shared, okay, these machines, these websites, they are able to take the data, compute the data, analyze the data, okay, and then make assumptions, make suggestions, okay? Can you follow? Oh, so this is what we mean by semantic, okay? This is what humans are supposed to do, that when we get information, we need to think about it, we need to digest, and we need to analyze, okay? Can you follow so far? All right, so we've gone through the social web to the semantic web, okay? And the third key component or the elements is the Internet of Things, okay? Oh, I'm so tired, okay, sitting at the bottom here. Can I go up? Here, hi, better, right? You can see me, right? Okay, eye to eye, okay, or screen to screen. So the Internet of Things, okay, the third component, IoT. Most people call it the IoT. Okay, so the Internet of Things is a system of interrelated computing devices, mechanical and digital machines provided with unique identifiers and the ability to transfer data over a network without requiring human to human or human to computer interaction. If you can see this statement, they say no need human to human or no need human to computer. What they really mean here is no need human. Okay, we're no longer relevant. Why? Because they've become, the device itself, the internet is social, the internet is semantic. And now with the Internet of Things, it means here, all right, it's not really humans that are in the internet or using the internet, it's also every single thing. Okay, and that everything is connected. Okay, like when we talk about the smart web or the smart house, remember? Okay, what is the smart home? Now you can see the vacuum cleaner can vacuum on its own, right? Or your television, your smart TV can record on its own or stop on its own. Your your every single thing in your house, all right, can be automated. You can just use your device. So this means that every single thing in your house is already connected to the internet. The things are connected to the internet. Okay, so I like to give the example of the banana. Okay, because that's my favorite fruit, banana. Okay, you imagine, all right, traditional way of buying a banana, you have to go to the shop, you have to go to the market, but now you can order it via Tesco online, right? Okay, so now when you order something via Tesco online, okay, the banana is on the internet. Okay, the banana is the thing on the internet. Okay, so when you order via Tesco, okay, you click on the banana and then the banana will go into the cart and then the banana will be delivered in front of your house. Okay, so the banana is very independent. It doesn't really need you. Okay, because it's already part of the internet. Can you follow what I'm saying about this banana and the Internet of Things? Okay. So the definition of the Internet of Things has evolved due to the convergence of multiple technologies, real-time analytics, machine learning, commodity sensors, and embedded systems. Traditional fields of embedded systems, wireless, hold on, yeah. I need to check whether I've pressed records. Ah, good. All right, that is very scary if I didn't record. Okay. All right. Where was I? Okay, traditional fields of embedded systems, wireless sensor networks, control systems, automation, and other all contribute to enabling the Internet of Things. That means, right, to enable that banana to be bought online and be delivered to you at your house without you having to, wake up from your bed. Okay, you wake up, je dah ada banana for your breakfast. Okay, is that everything must be connected to one another. That means when you ordered via your mobile phone and through the Tesco websites, okay? So Tesco and your phone, and then the, what we call it, the deliveries, okay? And then the stock system must all be connected to one another. So this is what we call Internet of Things. It's no longer just social web that human and humans are connecting. It are the things, every single component of things are connected to one another. Right? And when they are connected to one another, they also have the component of semantic web because they too can get information and process information. So in the consumer market, IoT technology is most synonymous with products pertaining to the concept of the smart home. Okay, covering devices and appliances such as lighting fixtures, thermostats, and things like that. You know, thermostats, right? Now with a smart home, they can automatically adjust your house to be at a particular temperature all the time. You no longer need the remote. Okay, so it has become like an ecosystem. You know what's an ecosystem? Okay, where everything is connected to one another and everything is helping one another. Okay, just like the world we live in, we have an ecosystem, right? We have the oxygen, okay, where the trees will take the carbon dioxide and exudes oxygen, where humans will take that oxygen. Okay, can you understand what I'm trying to say? Okay, I'm trying to say that the internet now, okay, is including all these things and devices, okay, and technologies to become one big ecosystem. Okay, another example I like to give is the story of the smart fridge. If some of you have heard this story, you just keep quiet. Okay, of course you have to keep quiet because you're on your own. Okay. Now, the story of the smart fridge. Okay, so there's a smart fridge. Okay, it used to be the firstly invented in Japan, but no longer here. It's all over the world, sorry, no longer here. So what can the smart fridge do? Now the smart fridge can replenish itself. Okay, whenever it feels that it's empty inside, that means the owner, okay, has been too busy sleeping or playing games, okay, and have been eating and eating, but have not been going to the grocery shop, okay, cannot replenish the fridge. The fridge will be able to do it itself. Okay, it will be because it is embedded with a system where it can where it can order groceries itself. So when there's no food inside the fridge will order the food. Okay, will send a kind of message to the grocery store. So the grocery store will collect the message online and prepare all the groceries and deliver the groceries to the house without the owners having to do anything. Can you follow? Because the fridge has done the grocery shopping. So when the products arrive at home, all right, so what will happen? So the fridge will go out and take the product. Can the fridge got legs? Okay, no. Okay, so it stops there, of course, all right? What it means is the fridge is interconnected to the system. Okay, it has enough information knowing that, oh, every month, my owner has to replenish the milk, the eggs, the bananas, most importantly. Okay, but my owner is very busy. So it has given me the information, so the fridge can send out an order to the grocery store, and the grocery store can deliver it, right? Of course, then the owner have to put it inside lah, the fridge. The fridge cannot walk yet, they don't have legs, okay? But this story may sound very silly to you, okay, about a smart fridge, but it encapsulates the idea of the Internet of Things, that the fridge is part of the Internet, okay, and the grocery store, and what else, okay, when the fridge orders eggs, bananas, milk, those things are part of the Internet, and they're connected to one another. And when they are connected to one another, okay, they are somewhat smart, okay, where they can function and become independent on their own. Okay, so I can understand. All right. So here, okay, we talk about the concept of the smart homes and the smart fridge, smart everything, because things are the Internet. Things are becoming semantic. Okay. So this is an example of the Internet of Things. Sibuk lah madam ni. Go down here, madam. All right. So you see here, what is connected to the Internet? There it is here, my smart fridge. Okay, so the fridge, the aircon, the camera, the car, everything is connected to the Internet. Okay, like I said just now, okay, the fridge may be connected to the camera because you have built-in camera to tell you that the fridge is empty. Okay, and then the camera will give information to the devices. Okay, and the devices, okay, will print out, oh, these are the things that are not available. So here we're just talking about how everything is connected into the Internet of Things. Can you follow? All right, okay.
By now, you may have heard the term Internet of Things. Sounds interesting, but what does the Internet of Things actually mean? IoT is an evolution of mobile, home, and embedded applications that are being connected to the internet, integrating greater compute capabilities and using data analytics to extract meaningful information. Billions of devices will be connected to the internet, and soon, hundreds of billions of devices. As related devices connect with each other, they can become an intelligent system of systems. And when these intelligent devices and systems of systems share data over the cloud and analyze it, they can transform our businesses, our lives, and our world in countless ways. Whether it's improving medical outcomes, creating better products faster with lower development costs, making shopping more enjoyable, or optimizing energy generation and consumption. Here's an example of the big picture. Imagine an intelligent device such as a smart traffic camera. The camera can monitor the road for congestion, accidents, and weather conditions, and communicate that status to a gateway that combines it with data from other cameras, creating an intelligent citywide traffic system. Now, imagine that intelligent traffic system connected to other citywide transportation systems, which get data from their own intelligent devices, creating an ever larger intelligent system of systems. The really big possibilities come from analyzing the end-to-end data across that system of systems. For example, let's say the city's intelligent traffic system detects massive congestion due to an accident. That insight can be sent to the citywide transportation system, which can analyze the accident's impact on other city systems. Recognizing the accident is near the airport and 2 city schools, it could notify those systems so they can adjust flight and school schedules. It can also analyze and derive optimal routes around the accident and send those instructions to the city's digital signage system to guide drivers around the accident. And that's just one example of the potential benefits that can happen when intelligent devices share insight with other systems, forming ever-expanding systems of systems. But how do we get there? Regardless of the solution, Intel processors are designed to help you get to market faster and easier. You can scale solutions across a variety of performance, power, and price points with a single set of application code that runs on every Intel processor. So what will you develop to help drive and accelerate the Internet of Things? We'd love to help, so please contact your local Intel representative or visit us on the web at www.intel.com/IoT to find out more.
Okay, and the last part is artificial intelligence. So we've already talked about 3 components, so this is the 4th component, and they are interrelated to one another, okay? So all of them make up the semantic web. Have you seen the movie Artificial Intelligence that's starring Will Smith? Okay, if you haven't, you can try, although it's a dark and scary movie, okay? It is quite relevant to the realities that we are living in today, okay? So in computer science, artificial intelligence, sometimes called machine intelligence, all right? As you can see, when we talk about semantic web, the focus is machine. When we talk about the social web, the focus was users. In the semantic web, the users have provided all the information. It is expected that the machine does all the analysis, that the machine does all the thinking and the processing, okay? So what technology developers are trying to do, what Google, Facebook, they're trying to make the Google itself, they're trying to make their application, their softwares very smart, okay? In order to discriminate and understand all the information that is being given by the audiences, okay? So it is intelligence demonstrated by machines in contrast to the natural intelligence displayed by humans and animals. Okay, so this is why some people are quite nervous about artificial intelligence because it has made humans quite lazy, but at the same time, it is challenging us. Okay, because with artificial intelligence, the computers can do 1,000 math questions in a second. We cannot answer a math questions in an hour, right? So will the machines or technologies take over our world? Probably. Okay, because we've seen this in politics, where politicians have misused data they have gathered online, okay, to force people, all right, to vote for them because they have gotten all of our information and the machine has processed our information, right? So the same thing with what we call it. Online shopping, okay, commercial advertisers, they all have our information because we freely, independently, okay, we volunteer to share off all of our information online. So the machines are taking all of our information and the machines are processing our information and the machines are starting to think for us, okay? So artificial intelligence refers to the simulation, simulate, to copy, okay? The simulation of human intelligence in machines that are programmed to think like humans and mimic their actions. The term may also be applied to any machine that exhibits traits associated with a human mind, such as speech recognition, learning, and problem solving. All right? So here are examples of artificial intelligence: speech recognition. Okay, that you no longer have to give commands, okay? They just have to say a certain words and the machine can think and process the information for you, okay? Can you understand? Learning and problem solving, because there's an app for everything now, right? There's an app for everything that you don't have to do a lot of things, okay? So you have an app to wake you up for subuh, an app to tell you you've been eating too much, an app that tells you, you haven't been walking, you need to walk now, okay? You haven't had your 10,000 steps today. So all of those are actually artificial intelligence, okay? Because they tell you, okay, and they are basically guiding your life, okay, by information that they have gotten through all the systems that you are attached with. Okay, artificial intelligence. Okay, you can see this in all of our what we call it, systems. Okay, nowadays, okay, the banking systems are using AI. Yes, they are using AI. How? Okay, for example, through their what we call it, helplines. Nowadays, okay, most companies no longer have a phone line, hotline. They don't want you to talk to them, but they will allow you to communicate with their what we call it, their online animators. You know, sometimes they have some animated helpers online. Okay, they give these animations names, and these animations will help you out. Can you understand what I'm trying to say? These animations is probably not a good example, right? Okay, artificial intelligence. Okay, or when we have, when you go to highways, okay? When highways can prompt you, right? Oh, there is an accident. Very bad example. Easy example, Waze, okay? Waze uses artificial intelligence because they can predict for you, they can decide for you, and they can offer you solutions to your journeys, okay? Where to go, when to go, when to go out, what time, how long it would take for you to get from your kampong to UIA, okay? So all of this, how are they able to do that? Because they use a system where everything is connected. That your Waze, okay, when you download, is connected to your friends' downloaded Waze, to connected to 10,000 other people, and these 10,000 people gives different information. So what does Waze do with all this information? They process. And when they process, they are able to think and simulate what people would do with all this information. Okay, and that is what we call artificial intelligence. Can you follow so far? Okay, so all these four components are very important. I will supplement, okay, this information with videos that will enlighten you, okay, about these elements. Okay. we can discuss in class. So you can see here, okay, Web 1.0, static website. Okay, we've discussed this. And then when it moves, develops into Web 2.0, it has become what? What kind of media? Okay, what kind of web? Social web. The word is social, social. The Malays call it, the Malays are social. Okay. So social networking, bookmarking, media sharing, Foxonomies, okay, emergence of social networking sites such as Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Okay, so during this time, user-generated content. Okay. So the social networking, all right, okay, the users have provided a lot of information, and with this information, the web was able to go into Web 3.0 because now when they read this information, they are able to think, the machines are able to think and create new information and also create meaning and information from the connected data, okay? So you can see here Web 1.0. You have the producer, which is the media company or someone with money to have a website, okay? They will give you information and all you can do is just retrieve. So this is just like your traditional media. It's very asynchronous, all right? But now, when you enter Web 2.0, you have this World Wide Web as a platform. Everyone is giving the information. So this is when the web expanded, okay? All right, so now madam's gonna go up again. I'm up here, okay? Hi. So we have entered here Web 3.0. Can you see the layers in Web 3.0? It's no longer just the producers and the users. It is also the Internet of Things. Okay, semantic webs, artificial intelligence, because the producers, everything else, mobile phones, fridge, TV, everything's connected to one another. Okay, so you have the social web, and then you have the Internet of Things. And with the social web and the Internet of Things, you are able to have a machine that can think, okay, the semantic webs. And not only are they thinking, now they're simulating or creating realities for us via artificial intelligence. Can you follow? Okay. So this is, okay, why we have things and devices that becoming very, very smart.
4 years ago, we started to wonder, what would shopping look like if you could walk into a store, grab what you want, and just go? What if we could weave the most advanced machine learning, computer vision, and AI into the very fabric of a store so you never have to wait in line? No lines, no checkouts, no registers. Welcome to Amazon Go. Use the Amazon Go app to enter. Then put away your phone and start shopping. It's really that simple. Take whatever you like. Anything you pick up is automatically added to your virtual cart. If you change your mind about that cupcake, just put it back. Our technology will update your virtual cart automatically. So, how does it work? We used computer vision, deep learning algorithms, and sensor fusion, much like you'd find in self-driving cars. We call it Just Walk Out technology. Once you've got everything you want, you can just go. When you leave, our Just Walk Out technology adds up your virtual cart and charges your Amazon account. Your receipt is sent straight to the app, and you can keep going. Amazon Go. No lines, no checkout. No, seriously.
So what is the impact of Web 3.0? Okay, the impact is now that the internet, the web is thinking for us. It is very intelligent and it has become a personalized web because all of the information that we have shared have allowed the machines, okay, the technologies to truly understand and know us. Okay, so as a result, okay, developers, the companies, they want to make us happy. They will give things that we like. So everything has become personalized, just like your Facebook page. Okay, your timeline is different from your friend's timeline. Okay, your timeline today has a different feel from your timeline 3 years ago, because probably 3 years ago you were crazy over one direction, and now you're crazy for Korean BTS. It doesn't mean you're crazy. You're probably just crazy lah. Okay. So the things that come out through your Facebook timeline, okay, is personalized to you. Okay, because sometimes you go to a particular shopping site, okay, and they always show things that you like, and then you go, how do they know that I like this color? How do they know I like this kind of style? It's because they know. How do they know? Through all this information that you have shared. And then when they give you things that you like, you become more connected to the particular device, machine, application, because it has become personalized. Okay, when you your Starbucks is now very personalized. Okay, when you download their application, they offer things that you like. They know what you like, they know what you want, and they offer things that will make you buy. Okay, the same thing with Waze. Okay, Waze will know, okay, where you go every single day, and they will make suggestions. Once you open the application, they will say, good morning, are you going to the office today? The traffic is okay, because they already know. The web is personalized. And now it has become a business-friendly web. Now, this is very important for this course. Okay, remember we talked about how the media companies are always trying to make money. And we can see that through the development of the internet, it offers more ways for companies and media companies specifically to make money. So now that the web is personalized, it's easier for the media companies, Google, YouTube, Facebook, to connect the people, okay, the consumers with the advertisers. So it's a business-friendly web. On Instagram, everybody can sell. Okay, on Facebook, on Twitter, I'm only mentioning these three, what we call it, Twitter, okay, or Yahzan will say Twitter, okay. So all these three, okay, because they're the only ones I'm familiar with, because I'm that old, okay. So I hope you understand what we mean, okay, how the web has become more personalized, and that the web has also become more business friendly. Okay, because for example, you make a status today, oh, there's something wrong with my toilet, I need help. You make a Facebook status. Trust me, okay, in 10 minutes, there will be some kind of advertisement, plumbing advertisement, okay, or Lazada will offer you products that have something to relate to your toilet, okay, because all of these machines, devices are personalized to your needs, and they're always business friendly, always making you buy something, okay? So that's why under the PKP or MCO, people are stuck at home, they're still losing money because they're still spending things online because they're connected all the time on the social media, and the social media is constantly sharing products to be bought, okay? So what about, okay, the future? They say the future will be the transcendent web. Okay, what is this transcendent web? Okay, transcendent web means, okay, everything. It's more than just semantic. That our lives, okay, like we are living today, especially under this pandemic, will be decided by the machines or the internet options or websites or applications that we use. Okay, for example, here, okay, in this during 2010 and above, okay, people started to talk about the working nomads, and suddenly people say, oh, we can work from home, or we can have flexible work because you have your laptops and internet connection, you can work from home. Okay, so working nomads. So when you have these working nomads, that's why suddenly there was a burst of internet cafes, okay, and expensive cafes, Starbucks, what we call it, Coffee Bean became very popular during this time until now, because it developed together with this new way of life, okay? People were becoming working nomads. They're no longer working in the office, okay? And then we move to the era of on life, Remember, okay, it used to be online, offline, but there's not much distinction anymore because we're always connected. So we are always on live, okay? And then we have entered the era of the smart cloud. You know what's very important of this cloud? Okay, you know what smart cloud, right? It's storage. Okay, it's a simple idea where you can source, okay, a source plus save all of your content. But the power is that you can create enormous content, no limit of content. And you, because you're saving this content not on your devices, but on a certain cloud, basically owned by some company, okay, you can create content and access the content anywhere, anytime. Okay, so what happens is that people create more content because it's so easy. Okay, and now you have the sensor economy. Okay, where you have location aware services, your GPS, environment aware. Okay, they tell you, okay, the police are here, or they tell you, for example, okay, where are the hotspots, okay, where to get the best food. So all of this sensor economy, and then we've moved into the Internet of Things. Okay, we've discussed this, and then now the era of semantic networks. What do we mean by semantic networks? That the machine is doing the work. The machine is thinking, the machine is gathering the information, the machine is sometimes deciding for you. Okay, with the semantic networks, people talk about first national election via e-voting. That means you can vote online. Okay, that is only the surface. But now, with the internet, okay, with social media can actually influence how you vote, who you like. Okay, so probably young people like you, young girls, okay, are they going to vote for Syed Saddiq? Why will you vote for Syed Saddiq? Okay, you think he's handsome? Maybe, but have you heard his voice? Not so handsome, but his voice. But that's a different thing. But my point is, why would Syed Saddiq be more, what we call it, attractive to the young voters? Not really because he's young. It's because he is also very smart in using social media. Okay, so this is what the young voters will see, him all the time doing work, but they don't see the old or not so handsome politicians. So the machine, okay, what you see on the internet will influence your voting behavior. Okay, so this is what we mean by semantic networks. Can you follow here? Semantic networks in relation to voting and politics. Okay, but also it has created emerging opportunities for businesses, and this relate to you. Okay, because you are this generation. Okay, a very unique generation. Okay, I always tell my students, you're the most educated but underemployed. Okay, so it's really hard for you to get a job. But at the moment you are taking this course that tells you, well, the world is changing and you know how the internet is working, how it works. So you must be able to take the opportunity because now retailers, okay, you can sell anything online. Okay, you want to sell yourself also very cheap. Okay, but please don't do that. All right. Retailers, I'm not going to go through this in detail. I'm very sure you're much more in the know than me. Okay, but you can see, you must understand how to capture the opportunities that is being offered by the internet. So to understand the opportunity, you must understand how the internet works. You don't just use the internet, you must understand the fundamentals. Okay, if you were living in an early 2000 and you understood that the internet was a platform, you would have been a very successful entrepreneur. But now you are living in the semantic, and now we're talking about the transcendent web. You must understand, how does the internet function now? It's different. Okay, so how can you use it to sell stuff? Okay, so there is emerging opportunities for retailers. Okay, and also media and entertainment. Okay, we all go for media, entertainment especially. Okay, and then there's new opportunities in terms of social media and database companies. There's so many social media networks for many different purposes. Okay, but what's very important is how these companies are able to manage the information. Remember, we talk about Web 2.0, database is the Intel inside. Okay, database information is what realized, okay, is what that is making semantic web happen. Okay, people who are able to manage information. Okay, now we have what we call as database architects, database engineers. Okay, so these people, what do? They are very good at managing information. Okay, you know that most of these companies, Google, Amazon, they are making money not really by being social media, but by becoming a database companies. You imagine all the information that Google and Amazon and Facebook have about people from all over the world. Okay, so they are database companies. So everyone, individuals, company, businesses, institutions must be prepared, okay, must be continuously ready, okay, because we must open up to the internet world. And you can see that with the education system right now, okay, that, you know, during a time of pandemic like now, okay, you have no choice. The internet is the only option to be connected, okay, and everything must move to real time. That means people want fast information, fresh information, new information, okay? And you must be able to manage the data, which is processed, which is try to arrange the data and information, and must be able to develop talent, okay? Develop talent means, okay, this relates much to what we've studied in Web 2.0, okay? Young people, okay, with abilities, with fresh new ideas must be developed, must be taken care of. So that is why, okay, young media companies, okay, are being bought over by Facebook, by YouTube, because they know that there will always be new people with new fresh ideas, and they must grab these ideas before someone else grabs it, okay? And businesses today must always involve customers. Okay, because the traditional relationship between what we call it, the business and customers have evolved. And we've seen this in Web 2.0, okay, how they changed businesses from typical brick and mortar to a platform. Okay, so you can see all of this, for example, okay, in the very successful businesses that you see today, like Foodpanda, like GrabFood, they open up to the internet world. Okay, myself, okay, I was very skeptical. I was like, ada ke orang? Will there people who want to pay extra just to buy food? You know, can they make money? That's why I'm not rich, okay, because I don't have that entrepreneurial mindset. But those people at Foodpanda, GrabFood, they were stepper. Hey, and they move things to real time. You order now, you get your food in 30 minutes. Okay, and they manage to structure the data. Okay, Panda, Foodpanda, GrabFood will always know what you want to eat. Okay, and they develop talent and also involve customers. All right. Okay, that is it for now. I hope you are able to see the changes, okay, the development of the internet from Web 1.0 to Web 3.0. So Web 3.0 is what you are living in today, okay? But things are changing because we're moving into the transcendent web, okay? So that is it for now. If any questions, we can discuss in class, okay? Thank you. I hope you have been paying attention. Okay, Assalamualaikum.